Nizowish. What's going on, good people? Week 17 preview for the NFL. We had a crazy week 16. Thank you, Jets. Screw you, Raiders. Thank you, Steelers. I never want to say that again. But anyway, nonetheless, getting into this week 17 preview. I actually had it the first time. Boom. Too sweet. Yeah. But anyway, why haven't we done this before? Anyway.
I'm now Casey Body. You've really let yourself go.
It did.
The thing is, when if you're a fan of the Ninja Turtles, just like me, that Michelangelo is the greatest of all time. He's the Brett Favre of Ninja Turtles.
Oh goodness. But it's interesting because, of course, we've had technical difficulties. Go figure. Thank you. Maybe in 2021, technical difficulties will go away because 2020's been a. But anyway, week 17 preview. Before we went on air, we were discussing a little bit about Tua and that whole situation. Adam made a very good point about kind of. Adam, I'll let you explain so I don't put words in your mouth and you're like, that's not what I said. So
remember, it has to be in 140 characters. So guys.
True. It's a tweet.
It's a tweet.
So
that's got to be at least 70. That's got to be at least 70 characters.
No. Just to kind of rehash it and not go draw this out, so I don't have to explain everything again. I really feel that there's a possibility that Miami could pick a quarterback in the draft again, with now the fact that they have the third pick in the draft as of right now, since the Texans lost, because they got that pick from them with the Tunzel trade. I don't think that it's a situation of the Dolphins don't believe in Tua. I just think that they were trying to will it into existence that he would be healthier at this point, with his being able to be being able to be mobile at this point into the season. They're thinking not to compare the two, but like they need him to be Josh Allen at this point in terms of mobility. Kind of putting in a weird situation with not having a legit offseason and having Fitzpatrick start. But they could, again, I could be completely wrong, but if the Jets don't take a quarterback in the draft, Miami might be the spot for Justin Fields. We shall see. It's just Tua can't get them far into the playoffs, even if they were thinking they were going to get this far to begin with. I think that they could make a run in the East, but Buffalo's just running away with it at this point, especially the Patriots last night. But it will be interesting next spring, come the draft, what the Dolphins do. They've had a good season. I think they surpassed any type of expectations that they had. They weren't going to be 4-12 or 5-11. I think they could have been in that 7-8 win range, and now they're in the hunt right now, or they have a position right now. It's just a matter of what Buffalo wants to do next week. But I just don't like the fact that Flores has been hot and cold and flip-flopping with the starting QB position. I mean, you can't tell me that Fitzpatrick's should be the guy this upcoming week the way he played when he replaced Tua against the Raiders this past week.
Yeah, it's definitely, Adam, a weird situation. I've been on the fence about it because when it first happened and they first benched him, which was a couple of weeks ago, I was like, really? Like, I was like, let the guy play bad and get through it and go on with it. But I mean, he's lost what? 1 game, 2 games? I think that was the second game he's lost since he's been the starter, which is pretty darn good.
Yeah, it's been 2 or 3 games. They lost to Denver, they lost to the Chiefs, and for some reason, I feel like there's another game in there, but those are the 2 that come to mind.
Right. So I mean, he's done pretty well, and I think he's like elevated them to a different level. Even though, of course, Fitzpatrick was dominating that game that he ended up that Tua ended up coming in at the very end and then starting after the bye week. But I mean, it's weird because for me, I feel like I think Tua's great. I like him, but at the same time, I think he's a little conservative at times. Whereas Fitzpatrick is a gunslinger, and I kind of made the comparison to you. You kind of get this side of the quarterback, you get this side of the quarterback, especially as a rookie. You get the ultra conservative quarterback, or you get the quarterback that's going to sling it all around the yard, and he's going to throw picks, but he's going to throw touchdowns too. Jameis Winston was one of those guys. Andrew Luck was one of those guys. But of course, we saw they, of course, went down different paths in terms of success. But I mean, I don't know, man. It's tough. I definitely want to get into Week 17, but I had another. And Justin, do you have a point you wanted to make? No, okay. But real quick, I've seen people talking about Cam, and that's another quarterback that I want to talk about for a second here. I've seen people discussing Cam and what should the Patriots do? Is Cam done? Is it over? Is Cam gonna ever get a starting job or whatever? And I've talked about this with a lot of the more mobile quarterbacks. I've talked about it about Trubisky. I felt the same way. I kind of feel the same way about Cam because Cam was put in a kind of a iffy situation. Like the Patriots are a great, in terms of coaching, they're a great team. But the defense took a step back this year. They weren't that same defense they were last year. And the offense looked exactly the same as it did last year with Tom Brady. That was the issue last year. It wasn't defense by any means. So you got a worse defense, and you're putting this guy who's not as mobile as he used to be in a kind of an iffy situation. Who's he throwing the football to besides Julian Edelman? And you can't line him up outside. But go ahead, Adam.
Well, the other thing I was going to say too, in terms of the defense, I mean, yes, still taking a step back. That's huge. But they also did have a lot of guys opt out because they gave that option this year. Right. So it is one aspect of it. But you would still think under that coaching, under Bill, they would have been a little bit better. Cam, I thought, was put in a good predicament there. They got him for dirt cheap. If there was anybody that was going to maximize his talents, it was going to be Josh McDaniels. And I think through this show, I think it was like week 5 or 6, I said they are going to run him into the ground because you can only do those run option or RPO plays so much to where you're not scaring anybody anymore. I mean, it was great once they got a little bit of a drive going. It was Cam's going to keep it, and he's still enough of a physical freak to get into the end zone. But it's just when you don't have a semblance of a passing game, and a semblance of a passing game, not Julian Edelman. Again, it was the same thing with the Steelers. You're not scaring anybody offensively. So I think they got what they could out of him. They fell a little short. It's time to move on from them. And they need boy, do they need a fucking QB.
Yeah, I was going to ask, do you think that they bring him back next year?
I don't think they will. They only signed him to a 1-year deal anyway for like Adam said, dirt cheap. So I don't think they will. I think they're going to get more of a traditional probably style quarterback because that's what they've always had. That's what they kind of know. That's their style of offense. Their style of offense is not catered to Cam being able to run the power option. It's just not. So like that, I mean, that's why I didn't think they matched in the first place. Like Cam's ability to move a little bit, I think adds a wrinkle to them, but they want somebody who can pass first and then move. And the thing about Cam is not only is he getting a little older, he's not old by any means, but he's getting a little older. Of course, I think COVID took its course on him too. But I think at the same time, he's had some injuries too, so he's slowed down. It's not like a Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen situation because number one, Josh Allen has a stud receiver in Stephon Diggs, and I mean, regardless, you got to respect that. Lamar Jackson is an athletic freak. Like the dude's ridiculous. So it's like, and with that being said, like it matters what talent you have around him. And at times we've seen that, but at the same time, he can make a play literally out of nothing because he's so fast. It's very hard to catch him. So I think with Cam, I think if he's put in the right situation, he can make a resurgence for himself. But I think he has to be put in the right situation because you got to remember when Cam was so successful, number one, the offense was built around him. He had weapons. Didn't he have Steve Smith when he went to the Super Bowl that year, or did he not? Am I wrong about that? So he has Steve Smith. That's the number one receiver you have to respect.
I think he was still there, yeah.
Right. And I think that if I'm not mistaken, I could be, but if I'm not mistaken, he had Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams that year. If he didn't, he had him in previous years where he was successful because he had stud running backs with him to capitalize on his ability to.
He had Greg Olsen.
Right, Greg Olsen, who's a freaking top tier tight end, like catches everything. It may not be the fastest guy in the world, but if you throw the football at him, he's going to catch it. I could throw the football at him between my legs, up 7 feet tall, he's going to go catch it. So it doesn't it doesn't matter. He's that good. So it's like they put him in a really tough situation because the Patriots are lacking in the skill position department. You don't know. I like the Harris kid, but you don't know if you can trust him yet. He hasn't been consistent enough to know. Okay, yeah, he's good. N'Keal Harry is the same way. He's young. He's still developing. Julian Edelman can teach N'Keal Harry certain things, but he can't teach him exactly how to play the position because they technically don't play the same they don't play the same portion of the field. So I think Kane was kind of put in a bad situation. I think all of us could collectively say we thought it was going to be better because of the coaching scenario, the coaching situation. But I don't know who it was. Somebody on YouTube said we oftentimes forget that every quarterback is a system quarterback, meaning every quarterback has something that's catered towards them. Either they have weapons or they have a running scheme that's catered towards them. They have a running game that's catered towards them. They have receivers that are built for them specifically. The Ravens have receivers that can block. Patrick Mahomes has receivers that are fast as they can get. Like that's a huge thing. Like, I think that's kind of the biggest thing with Cam. I hope he can make a comeback because he is one of my favorite players, probably of all time, just in terms of favoritism. I've loved him since Auburn. But, I hope he can make a resurgence, but at the same time, black quarterbacks don't get that second chance like everybody else does. And that's just the real deal of it. He's not going to get a Sam Bradford third, fourth, fifth, sixth time. I just don't see it happening. But anyway, real quick on week 16. Week 16 was fun. Like I said, Raiders, you suck. One of the worst football teams I've ever seen in my life. They're terrible. How the heck do you blow that? That's oh my goodness. Anyway, but luckily for me, the Jets helped me out. Sorry, Adam. And of course, the Steelers, unfortunately, but fortunately at the same time, helped me out. Thank you, Colts. So that for blowing that lead, I appreciate that. But so as of now, the Ravens are in. The Ravens are a win in their end. I think the Browns are a win in their end. The Colts need a little bit of help, which I think is either a Titans loss. Adam, I think you know it a little bit, but I've looked at simulators all freaking day and I still don't know it. It's ridiculous. I'm just like Ravens just win. Thanks.
Coming out of that division, the only way either of those teams get in, it's whoever wins the division. If the Titans win the division, they're in. If the Colts win the division, they're in. That's why that game was crucial for Indy to beat Pittsburgh, because I think because the Titans lost to the Packers, that bumped them. So now they're back at square one. If Indy won, they would have won the South, and that would have eliminated the Titans. That's why the AFC is so crowded. Again, a 10-11 win team is not going to get into the playoffs, and that's crazy. But that shows the integrity of the competition with the AFC.
Can we have an AFC team take the place of an NFC East team, please? Can an AFC team just be the winner of the NFC East?
Yeah, Dolphins should go over there.
I need that to happen because.
But here's the thing. This is twice now, and I know this is an outlier because it doesn't happen all that often. But I could still make the case for even last year with Philly going into the playoffs at 7-9, winning that division, hosting a playoff game. There needs to be some type of change in that mentality to where you can't reward a division where all, or even if it's all but one team is under 500. Like, to me, you got to be at least 8-8 for that to count, if you want to call it that. Again, Seattle years ago, granted, God bless them, they beat the Saints. That was the beast mode game, the beast quake. And this is worse than that. There's no reason why someone should have to travel to that place with a losing record.
With a bad record.
And then,
with
a bad record, and there needs to be some type of. And I can't put this to like, okay, that should bump in an AFC team as like a floating wild card team. Like, it's like pick whatever division, whoever has the next best record, they get that spot. But that would throw a monkey wrench into it. I don't know. But that is an embarrassment to the NFC for that to take place. It's just each week it was either Redskins or the Giants or Philly, and then they just traded places. Now Dallas is starting to make a push, which is sad. But that also shows why you sign a good veteran QB like Dalton.
Yep.
To be in that position.
And I am upset at myself for giving up on Andy Dalton too quickly because I've seen too much of him to give up on him so quickly. But now I don't want the Cowboys to make the playoffs because, oh my goodness, their fans would be something.
They're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah,
they would be something. But I would love to see Andy Dalton finally win a playoff game. I just feel so bad for the guy. I feel so freaking bad for the guy. But at the same time, my personal preference as far as the NFC East, I want the Giants to somehow pull it off. Because who am I thinking? The Washington is winning in. I know that, but I think the Giants are if the Eagles beat Washington, or that the Cowboys, yeah, if the Eagles beat Washington and then the Cowboys lose to whoever the heck they're playing, then the Giants are in. I want the Giants to be in. From a personal preference standpoint, what's going to happen? Like, do I have a coin? Is there a 3-sided coin? Like I don't know. Like, it literally could go. Like, Washington could come out of nowhere and be fine. Now, I don't think Alex Smith is playing. I think that hurts them because Alex Smith will protect the football, and people hate like the game manager, and like I think he's better than a game manager, but people hate the game manager type quarterback.
Players, yeah.
Yes, but at the same time, if I'm not giving you the football in our territory, it's kind of hard to beat us. It's almost like a defensive offensive style, like in a way. It's always defensive in the way that it's on the offensive end. It's kind of crazy, but yeah, I still don't know who's going to win in this East. I don't want to talk about them anymore because they make me sad. It's so bad.
It hurts our feelings.
It hurts our brain cells.
But anyway, does anybody else want to talk about anything from Week 16? Casey, you want to talk about your Raiders and how horrible they are? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to throw that back out there at you.
I just want to give my condolences.
The Raiders fan base and their organization, yeah, they're horrible. Oh, sorry.
No. To the Lions and Patriots fans.
Casey, speaking of Lions, what would you think? Just a thought. What if Matt Stafford came to the Colts? Okay. I've been hearing rumblings of Matt Stafford, of the Lions, those idiots, being done with Matt Stafford after they wasted his entire prime. Being done with Matt Stafford, he's given that organization literally everything and a little bit of life on top of that. I would love to see him in Indy.
That team is a team that I will never understand because they have had some of the best players, and they've never done anything with it. Like, Stafford is good. The dude will play with a
broken throwing
arm
shoulder.
if you need him to. And he'll still find a way to win the game. Probably would.
No. Matt Stafford's not good. He is elite. Matt Stafford is really fucking good. Like, he does not get. He has quietly had a great career.
Yeah, he doesn't get the credit that he deserves.
They have not been the same. They have not been the same since Megatron's left. But they've never. Even when they had Sue, they had an okay defense, but it's just been squandered opportunity after squandered opportunity. But hey, they've made more buzz than they have in the playoffs. The only thing I want to point out there, because I want to get this out, because I don't want this to overtake the Browns versus Steelers segment later. For what happened to Cleveland in the span of 24 hours. And by the way, Trent Green, go fuck yourself. I don't think what's happened in the last 24 hours is going to, should affect what the Browns are doing. Try losing 3-4 of your star receivers in less than 24 hours and try to game plan for that. They had to do a walkthrough at a parking garage across the street from where they were staying. I'm not saying that I want people to feel sorry for Cleveland of what happened Sunday, because despite all that, they still had a chance to either tie it or go for the win. I really think they would have scored on that last drive. They would have gone for 2. But for anybody out there that think that the NFL, real life, NFL is like Madden, where you can just plug in human beings at said positions and everything's just going to work out fine. That is not feasible. Baker had to throw to 4 guys that he had never thrown a pass to this year or in the past, with the exception of Derek Willis. So it just didn't feel right the way that game was brought upon going into Sunday. Like, literally, Dwayne Haskins, nothing happens to him other than losing $80,000. They made him play. These guys do the right thing, and 2 hours before they're flying to New Jersey, they're told you can't play. And per the stipulation of the protocols given by the league, I understand it. But it was so gutting to have that 24 hours before game. And I think, to me, this is also explains to me why Coach Stefanski still needs to be in conversation for Coach of the Year, because he got them rolling in the second half when they started going more to the 2-minute offense. But regardless of all that, you win if you don't turn the ball over 3 times, if you don't have blown coverages in the secondary. That was a major, major problem. You let Darnold have all the time in the world that first half. Started to get him in the second half. And DJ, I think I showed you and Casey that call from Darnold's hand, and then the play from Dwayne later on that day. The difference: Dwayne's was called a fumble, Darnold's was not. Dwayne should have been called an incomplete pass. Darnold's should have been a fumble. They need to let those plays play out. It's going to go to replay regardless. You can't enforce a coach to waste a challenge on that. That should be an automatic. Like it's there for a reason. Because either way, that's okay. If they come back and say it's an incomplete pass or not a fumble or whatever, it's going back to that spot regardless. And that was crucial. That was at the 12. Go ahead, DJ.
I think he froze again.
I was just going to add also fuck Mitch McConnell, because I thought we were going on a list of
Block the stimulus package. What the hate. No, entirely. I think he's just trying to pull out his eyeball. Is he Was he in the eye for an eye match? So anyway, he's gone again. So let's talk shit. No. So anyway, no, I just wanted to get that out there. Peter King was on Cowherd earlier, and not just saying this because
I hate listening to Colin. I can't listen to him anymore.
I get the appeal of Colin. That's why he was on ESPN. That's why he's on 1A of the sports media, Fox Sports 1. I get his shtick. My thing is he's fallen to that category, much like a lot of people did. And I know I'm putting this into the Browns aspect of it, but they're doing that whole thing now of, if you could go back and redraft the 2018 draft, would Josh Allen go first, not Baker, or any of the other guys? I said, you can make that assessment on the recency bias. But you have to remember, Josh Allen was terrible the last 2 years. Terrible. He was physical, he's big, all that. This year has been a product of, look what happens when you actually keep the same staff for a couple of years and let that guy get continuity with his team and the coaches. And then you go and get a number one receiver in Stephon Diggs. So, but no, on Peter King on Colin was saying, I blame Ron Rivera, but I blame the NFL for letting what happened in Washington happen. Because you made the Broncos play without a quarterback. You made the Raiders play with pretty much their entire starting defensive line. The Niners, Browns, without their wide receivers. The Titans and the Ravens fuck up and get an outbreak, and those games got moved. Just to me, if all things were equal, I don't know if you'd move it to last night or today, but it just, like I said, it just doesn't seem right.
No,
either way, though, they still, despite all that, they still had a chance to tie or win it. So yeah, like whenever he gets back, I just wanted to get that out there so I don't overtake the segment later on. Can Travis Kelce make a move back to Cleveland, his hometown?
Yeah, sure. We'll give you Travis Kelce. We have Tyreek Hill.
He is the best pure tight end I've ever seen. Gronk was the exception just because he was the most dominant, but I've never seen somebody who is the best at contested catches. You put a 50-50 ball, he's catching it. Mm-hmm. He's going to get you a first down. That's why the Chiefs have the best complement of weapons. Your burner with Tyreek. You have a guy that can make open field catches with, Watkins, guys like Leonard. But that sure-handed guy, that's Kelce. First guy ever to be 5 straight 1,000-yard tight end receiving. It's incredible.
Yeah, I agree. Well, actually, there's something I want to talk about with the Chiefs here. Okay, so ever since the Panthers game, all of our games have been like within like one score, or like 2 or 3 points. Like I just don't understand. Like I feel that like we get lazy. Like we don't care. We're gonna beat this team. But if we do that in the playoffs,
one hand behind their back.
Go, what'd you say, Casey?
I was just gonna say, have you tried not being lazy?
I mean, I try to tell them that. I go like, hey, I call Patrick up. I say, hey man, quit being so lazy. Quit being so lazy over there, man. Like if we do that in the playoffs, we're not gonna. We're not gonna win a game.
I called him. I told him to do that in the playoffs. I said.
By the way, did anybody see Mahomes' tweet to Fitzpatrick? Greatest no-look pass ever.
No, I didn't see it. But yeah, dude, with the face mask and all that, like he's like, "Yep, I had a face mask right there." Yeah, dude, that was crazy. I'm like, yes, the Dolphins could win here, because that game was kind of boring up until that point there. Because I took a nap during that, and I finally wake up and like, yeah, the Dolphins are going to lose. They're going to lose the game. 19 seconds left.
You take the touchdown. It's 3rd and 1. Take the touchdown. I understand what Gruden was trying to do, But you only do that knowing that there is not going to be any time left on the clock for them to matriculate downfield. They got the chance for one play. You still left them with, it could be long pass, and they got a penalty. Just take the touchdown, you buffoon. I swear, the game has passed Gruden by.
It has. It really has. But no, I was just so excited when they hit that field goal. Like, yes, they won. Like, I was jumping up and down. Like, it was nuts. But DJ just sent a message saying that keep the predictions going. So whoever wants to take control this year.
I mean, I
well,
guess.
the Ravens have the Bengals this week. I'm going Cincy. Come on, right there.
Cincy's winning. Yeah, we're not going to even get a chance to predict.
All right. Let's get into this picks. Yeah. I don't know what you're doing there.
I would like to notify that the Ravens are technically not in the playoffs yet. They're still number 8.
Oh.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes. Now, granted, yes. Perception. They're going to get in, but.
All right.
By the way, folks, this is what happens when we don't have a host. We just run amok.
Yeah. I don't normally host this show, so I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I haven't hosted a pick in like weeks. I don't know what I'm doing. So do we do our teams last? I don't remember.
I think we do our teams first. Wait, but we do.
Yeah, let's get those. Yeah, let's get those games out of the way.
Okay, good. That works perfectly because to start off, we have the Steelers versus the Browns. I'm going. I need the Browns to win this. I can't deal with Steelers fans. I can't do it. Please.
Well, again, you're gonna be happy to know this, and I want to make this point very clear. This is not going to change how Cleveland is going to prepare this week. They're going to prepare as if it's Big Ben and all their stars. Big Ben is not playing this week. That's the only one they've announced. I guarantee you're not going to see Juju. You're not going to see Ebron. You're not going to see TJ. You may see Watt.
You're not going to see Juju dancing on the field, dancing on the logo. Wait, is that at home?
If he wants to get, it's at Cleveland. Cleveland doesn't have a label or a logo on the center of the field.
True, but they can still do that to 50-yard line. Though.
Throw that aspect out there.
Mm-hmm.
No, they could, and if they want to get, curb stomped, Seth Rollins curb stomp style, we'll see. But this is one where I'm like, hey, I'll take whatever advantage that gives us, because now the Browns are basically a 10-point favorite, and I had heard this yesterday of technically the Steelers have not had a bye this year. So this would be the time if you want to sit some guys, this would be it. So, but again, they're still going to go about their business, and that means Mason Rudolph is the starter. So already let the pot keep stirring in the storyline of what's going to happen with Miles and with the Twisted Tea helmet. This is going to be. It's going to be a great day for me if they pull this off, because this will be 18 years in the making of them not making the playoffs. They had their chance this week. It didn't happen. We're past that. You handle your business. Beat the Browns. You got guys coming back. A couple guys have already been on the COVID list. But above all else, your main guys are going to be back. Jarvis, Donovan, Higgins, etc. So not an easy win. As me and DJ always say, I say a convincing win.
Yeah, DJ, we finished all the picks.
Oh, good. I am going to have my phone on standby just in case, because my internet is tripping out today. I forgot I could join through my phone. That was, whatever. But I was not thinking. I was not thinking at all. I was like, wait a minute. Casey uses his phone. Thus, I can join on my phone and use my data as he has his phone in his hand. Anyway. But yeah, I did not think about that at all. But Casey, do you want to continue the hosting duties, or would you like me to take it back?
You got this, buddy. Wait, you got this, buddy.
I thought you.
He did a fine job. He did a fine job.
We didn't take a commercial break. Usually we take a 3-minute commercial break till I come back.
No, we started off with the first game, which ironically was the Steelers and the Browns, so it worked out.
Interesting.
Yeah,
interesting. For the Steelers and the Browns, while we're on it, two teams that, well, okay, I don't hate the Browns by any means, but the Steelers can just go. They're starting Mason Rudolph. So Browns,
Twisted Tea time. Woo!
I just want to talk to the Browns real quick and their fans. Adam, since you're here and present, might as well be talking to you, I guess. Browns, if y'all lose to the Mason Rudolph-led Steelers, y'all really don't deserve to be in the playoffs, bro. I'm sorry, but there's no way y'all should lose this game. I don't care if y'all got Justin, Casey, me, and Adam out there at receiver. It does not matter. If y'all lose to the Steelers with Mason Rudolph, it's going to be a shame because you shouldn't. Because you shouldn't have lost to the Jets with your 4 tight ends and 2 receivers. I think you should have won that game. But nonetheless, I'm happy that you didn't. Appreciate you for not taking care of business for me. But anyway, I couldn't have asked for anything more. Yes.
Can I
well,
be
if we were the Ravens, the game would have gotten moved.
No. Wait a minute. You got to remember. Now. The Ravens had an outbreak. They didn't reward us for anything. We still played the Steelers with a practice squad and Casey, Justin, and me out here. Okay, so and we should have won that game. We should have won that game.
Can I be a linebacker instead?
Sure. Yeah. Come on with it. Casey gonna be the linebacker. Casey gonna be the linebacker. We ain't gonna put. Okay, Justin gonna be a safety, so defense is screwed. The defense is absolutely screwed. So Adam,
Big Ben is not. Big Ben is not playing, and I think you're going to see more names. I don't think you'll see Watt. I don't think you'll see Ebron. I don't think you'll see Hayden. A lot of them got Hayward. All them guys. I think they've not had a bye week this year.
Yeah, and they've been dying for Ben to sit down for a second because they feel like he probably needs it. Because they wanted the first round bye so he could sit in that regard. But yeah, right. But you guys have all picked this game, right? I tuned in for a little bit. Right?
I have picked it. But I'm going to go with the Browns, though.
Yeah.
The Brownies are going to win here.
I hope the Browns win. I would love to see them break this playoff drought that they've been on for such a long time. They're such a likable team. Hopefully success doesn't go to their heads. But nonetheless, I don't think you can get any worse than Steelers or Cowboys fans ever. And sometimes Chiefs fans.
Hey, hold on.
We're talking about a dynasty.
I'm not talking about a dynasty. What are you talking about?
Not you. I'm talking about in general. But I could see you talking about it. I could see it coming out of your mouth.
I'm pretty sure he has talked about a dynasty.
Maybe a few more Super Bowls, and then we could talk about that. Maybe, just maybe.
But anyway, I'm gonna go with the Browns. It's hard because I really want, of course, I want the Ravens to make the playoffs. That's a given. But I would love to see the Colts make the playoffs. I want to see the Titans again. I want to see y'all again. I want to see every team we've lost to again. If we're gonna go on a run, I want to see the Titans. I want to see the Steelers, and I want to see the mother freaking Chiefs. I want to see all of y'all. I want all that smoke.
Do you have a Titans friend?
Do you have a Titans friend? I do. I do have a Titans friend.
Because if that happens, we need to bring said person on because I just
no. Actually, no. I don't have a Titans friend. I have a friend that lives in Tennessee, so he kind of cheers for the Titans, but he's a Bengals fan. He's been on before. He's a Bengals fan. That poor guy.
Wait, Lamar?
What? Yeah, it is Lamar. He's a Bengals fan. That poor guy. But anyway.
Oh, man.
Yes, I'm of course. I'm gonna go with the Browns, but I mean it's if Ben was playing, it wouldn't be as much of a toss up. But I don't think it's a toss up with Mason Rudolph. He's a bum. Anyway, sorry, Mason.
He's bum us.
Because I think Cleveland, if circumstances were different and Steelers were playing their guys, I really do think we can match up with them beat for beat to play well against their starters. Because what happened week 5, week 6, whatever it was, completely different teams. We meshed and they regressed.
Mm-hmm. And I just thought it was funny though, like you guys lost to the Jets and everybody was like, "Oh, the Browns!" I was like, they had no receivers. Like, I understand it's the Jets, I get it, but still, I mean, the Jets are playing motivated football for some reason. Like, out of the blue, they're playing their butts off. Sam Darnold's playing for his freaking job. Sam Darnold doesn't want to be Josh Rosen, and I don't think he's even that bad. Like, he's playing decently well, but anyway.
And Mason Rudolph, he's gonna be seeing ghosts when Myles Garrett comes.
He should have never said that. Why did he say it? He should have never said that.
Well, you know when you're mic'd up.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Maybe we'll get mono this week.
Oh goodness, that man's been through it. Like that man's been through it. He didn't he miss like half the season with that, or 4 games or something, like 4 for the season. Like, that was ridiculous.
He missed 4 games last year. 4 games because he got the kissing disease that 16-year-olds get.
Jeez. But jumping into the Ravens Bengals game, Ravens take care of business. Luckily for me, and unluckily on one hand, because Ravens Bengals week 17 with the playoffs on the line for the Ravens. Oh my goodness! Please don't take me back. I mean, it's horrible. There's 4th and 12. Tyler Boyd. What was that was another one that they got us on too. And I'm like
AJ Green tip.
Yeah, that. Like, I don't want to relive any of those Andy Dalton moments. Okay, so I'm glad we blew him off the field earlier this year. Oh goodness. But geez, Andy Dalton. But nonetheless, I think the Ravens will take care of business. I mean, the Bengals have been playing well as of late. But I think the Ravens, and I hope the Ravens blow the doors off of them and make them go into the offseason with a bang. But I mean, I think the Ravens are playing well for the most part. I think there's still some times where they can finish some drives. But I mean, they look pretty good to me. They're not. I still don't think they're at the peak yet. But hopefully the peak is in the playoffs. That's really my hope. Titans, Steelers, Chiefs. I mean, anybody else we play, I'd be completely fine with it. But I'm just saying that's my preferred run. But anyway.
Oh my.
I mean, I'm excited though. I'm excited. I'm always excited to watch the Ravens play the Bengals. I don't think Lamar's going to hit any spin moves this week. I really don't. But nonetheless, the Bengals are going to come and probably punch us in the mouth, or they're going to try to at least. I hope we dodge it. I don't need any punches to the mouth. I don't need any nervousness in this game. I need the Ravens to go take care of business because I'm glad they control their own destiny, but like, it's the Bengals, man. It's the Bengals. The Bengals they're like this weird team that, like, for some reason, when they, like, even when they were down, they still came out against the Ravens and were like, playoffs? You don't, playoffs? You're not getting that? No, playoffs. So, I mean, I'm excited, though. I think it's going to be good. Lamar typically does not lose these trap games. So that's good at least. He's playing well, too. Oh goodness, just take care of business, please. That's it. All you gotta do, win and you're in. Like, take care of business. That's all I'm asking. Blow the doors off of them, and then whoever you play in the first round, blow the doors off of them too. We can have some closer games after that, but these next 2 games, I want doors blown off, and not from the Ravens end on the negative side of things. I want the doors blown off of these teams, Ravens. This is your time. I was happy to see Gus catch the football last week. He's a beast. I love that man. They really gotta pay him this offseason. If they don't, I'm gonna be really upset. But I mean, I think if they take care of business, they'll be fine. I wonder if JK will play this week because he is a little banged up. I think he's fine, but he's a little banged up. It'll be interesting to see if they bring Mark in because they've kind of been keeping him a healthy scratch for times like this. So that'll be interesting to see. But I don't know. I would love to see Lamar throw for like 400 yards and get to the 3,000 that I want him to. But if he didn't miss the freaking one game with friggin' the virus, I think he would have went for 3,000 yards and 1,000 yards rushing again like he did last year. But nonetheless, I'm excited. It should be fun. Take care of business, get in the playoffs, and let's make some noise. Let's make some noise. Lamar, it's your time now. Let's make some noise. I'm tired. If I have to hear one more friggin' off season, one more friggin' season of Lamar can't do it in the playoffs, I swear on everything, I'm gonna be so sick. So Lamar, you got to prove him wrong this year. This is your year to prove him wrong. Madden curse. It's been the Madden curse the last 2 years too. Goodness, Lamar. Hey, Greg Roman, don't be afraid to run your plays. Do what you do. I've been saying this for weeks. Do what you do. Nobody can defend the run like that anymore. This ain't the 80s. This ain't the 80s. Nobody can defend the run like that anymore. You put some safeties out there, they're not tackling Gus. You put DBs out there on Gus Edwards and JK, they're not tackling him. And you put them D linemen and them linebackers chasing after Lamar, they're not catching him. Get out of here, okay? Look, run the ball, do what you do, win these football games. Adios. I'm done. Ravens win by 17. Bye, Felicia. Casey, go ahead and say something blasphemous, please.
So wait. If y'all lose, are you still in? Like, you still have a chance if you lose?
Yeah, there is a chance if we lose.
But less of a chance, right?
So if we lose and you guys lose, we still get in because we got the tiebreaker over you guys because we beat you guys earlier in the year.
Okay. But if you lose and we win,
they're done.
Why don't you not necessarily, because y'all still got to worry about the Titans. It don't even matter about us. Y'all still got to worry about the Titans. Y'all got to win the division.
I'm just looking for the best way to get y'all out. I'm trying to get damage points right now. I'm trying to get the damage points.
Okay.
I mean, it's nothing but love. Nothing but love. We like we like brothers and like brothers.
Let us catch the Colts in the first round too. Come on, I want to see. I don't think that would be possible. It possibly could if we went up to the 5 seed. Y'all say at the 4. Let me catch the Colts in the first round too. I'll take them too.
I mean, if you make it,
if you move on.
Wait a minute. I just realized the Colts on the outside looking in right now. They need a little bit more help than we do. I'm just saying.
We gonna be fine. We gonna be good.
Just throwing that out there. Just toss it. Look, I'll underhand it for you so you can catch it. I'm tossing. Just tossing.
No, we good, bro.
Well, I'll give you guys the first seed. Come on, you guys have the first seed.
I'm going Cincy.
See, why are we against each other? We should be against him.
You son of a bitch. You guys can have a bye, man.
All right. Everybody picked this one, right? I think.
The Ravens.
All right,
wait,
no, I don't think. I haven't done it.
I thought you picked the Bengals, Adam. Because you were never picking the Ravens again.
I'm only doing this for the complete reverse jinx. Ravens are going to blow the doors off of Ryan Finley and company, even though I desperately
is Ryan Finley playing this week?
Lamar lose because yes.
Well, what happened to Brandon Allen? He started last week. I just thought it was weird. Like
he's like no, it was Finley. I thought.
No, it's Brandon Allen. Because I was like, that's not the right quarterback, and then I was confused. But you just reminded me. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I was just saying, like they just beat the Steelers. He just beat the Steelers.
Yeah,
he bench him. Good job, good job, pal. We're gonna bench you.
He beat the Steelers, and then Brandon Allen was playing in that. I know he played in that game at some point. I don't know why, but it was weird. Because I was like, that's not Ryan Finley.
Yeah, but either way, yes. I really can't even, in all seriousness, I really can't even do the spiteful pick just because as bad as I want it to happen, it's not going to happen. Ravens, handily. Hopefully this gets the reverse jinx, but yeah, Ratbirds.
All right. Justin?
I mean, I want to see the Ravens lose. I really want to see them lose. God damn. You know what? I'm putting them.
Why? Aren't you guys our kryptonite or something? Why the heck did he have to say that out loud?
I'm putting the Bengals on upset alert. That's what I'm doing. Because I need the Fins to make the playoffs. I need the Fins to make it.
You need the Cincinnati Carol Baskins.
If it stayed as it is right now, they would make it.
But
you don't even need us to lose.
Okay, so but if they lose to the Bills, if the Fins lose to the Bills, will they be out?
For that time being, yes.
Yes.
And if the Ravens win, then they slip in.
Right.
And then there's oh my what? This man. This gives him
I'll tell you what, man, I've done a lot of that in my day of just the tip.
Goodness.
Just like the that third one, man, I just came a little short.
The Colts and the Jaguars. The Colts are winning this game. There's no way they give the Jaguars their second win, even though the one win that the Jaguars got was against the Colts. I just don't think the Jaguars do it again. And Casey, I don't hate you enough to say that the Jaguars will win this friggin' game because, goodness, because they got the number one pick. So why would they win this game? But anyway, Colts win this game, but the Titans are going to win the division. So it doesn't matter if the Colts win this game. Anyway, no, the Colts win this game. Actually, I think the Colts are going to win this game, and then the Texans are going to beat the Titans. And then thus the Colts win the division and get to host a playoff game, even though they don't deserve it. But anyway, Colts win the game. Justin.
Is there any question here? Like, is there any the Colts are going to win?
There's a little bit of question because the one win that the Jaguars have just happens to be against the Colts because they're bums.
But the Jaguars aren't winning. I mean, they already got the number one. They already got the number one pick in the draft. yeah. But they already got the number one pick in the draft. They don't need it. They're not going to win here. Colts win.
Okay, Adam.
Squirt toy.
I think the dog says Colts lose. That's what I heard. But that's just
no. Do you want Mike Glennon or 18-kid Phillip Rivers? He's panting, so I think he wants to go with Phillip Rivers. 11 more kids. No, but the thing is, if things had changed, were different, the Colts would really have to play this game because they'd already be in. But they need this win to. I don't know if they're a situation of if they win that they're in, but they're not. They need this.
They got the Titans got to lose. The Titans got to lose because the Titans got the tiebreaker over them.
Right. So either way, the Colts got to have this game, whatever.
And leave it to the Texans to fumble at the 1 yard line or something. That's only against the Colts. Oh, sorry. How the heck? And you say they wouldn't even be in this situation. They could be worse. It could be worse. Like, imagine losing to the Texans twice. Like, anyway, Casey, Colts, Jaguars. I mean, I don't even think I gotta ask you, but
I mean, it's nice that the NFL is giving us a bye.
He's picking AEW.
I'm not picking AEW. I mean, rest in peace, Brody Lee, but I'm not taking his employers. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I gotta go with the Colts.
All right, in the game that does not matter, does anybody want to pick against the Chiefs?
Wait, who are they playing?
Who do they have?
They're playing the Chargers. Go, Chargers, go.
I know Casey.
Go, Chargers, go.
I mean, they almost beat them the first time.
They did almost beat us. We went to overtime. So, I mean, I don't know if we're sitting Patrick Mahomes this game, I mean, we
He's
already
gonna be a game time decision.
I mean,
I think they'll put him on a pitch count, 1 or 2 series.
he's out.
See you later.
I mean, he could have went to the MLB. Patrick Mahomes could have went to the MLB if he wanted to. He could be
A literal pitch count.
Yeah, a little pitch count. No, but we ain't losing this game. Actually, I won't be surprised if we do, though, because all these games this season have been like really close, and I don't know. We just need to quit being lazy because, like I said, if we do this in the playoffs, because I've talked to you guys before many times, and I said, one game, like any team can win on any given day, and especially in the playoffs. Like one bad, you get a pick, fumble, you miss a field goal, something bad can go wrong.
He had to bring it up. He just had to bring it up. That was a shot at me for the Titans game last year. But anyway, yeah. I mean, are you guys being late? Because why is it when the Chiefs are like in close games and not playing well, they're being lazy? But if it was anybody else, they're not executing. They're just not a good team. Anyway.
Maybe it's because we got a Super Bowl. I'm not being like, I don't know.
Y'all got one in the last 50 years?
We're being like an NBA team, like the Lakers. Like we don't care
Y'all
about
got one in the last 50 years.
We don't care about the regular season. Let's just go to the playoffs.
Didn't it take y'all like 40 to get a playoff win? What do you mean?
My God! Somebody eliminate them, please.
Please. Oh, please, goodness.
Like I said, I wouldn't mind if Miami or Kansas City goes.
Oh, here he goes, bro. And then the Colts on that one day, he's a Colts fan. The Colts can go. But anyway.
And then that one day when I'm a Ravens fan, the Ravens can go. That would never happen.
What is that? The day that doesn't have day in it?
Yeah, and that'd be never.
Not February.
Not February. And then I cheer for the Browns because they're the Browns, and I love the Browns.
That's February.
Now the Falcons did play well last week against the Chiefs because the Chiefs are bones, but nonetheless they still end up losing it because it's the Falcons. Will they beat the Buccaneers this week? Anybody?
Wait, hold up. Wait. I gotta look real quick. Hold up.
Tampa Bay.
I'm gonna go. You asked if they're gonna beat Tampa.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with not never.
Not never.
Okay.
Not never weary.
Wait, so they are. Anyway, the Cowboys and the Giants.
Ooh.
I think if the Cowboys win, they're in. If the Giants win and the Washington football. Wait a minute. Is that right? Because if Washington wins, they're in, right? Or am I wrong?
Yeah, you're right.
If Washington wins,
that game doesn't matter. Okay, so if Washington wins,
so
if Washington wins against who are they playing? Oh, the Eagles, which could happen. I mean, it's literally a coin toss. It depends on what Eagles team shows up. If Washington wins, they're in. Thank you, Brandon, for the clarification. If Washington wins, they're in. Let's just hypothetically say Washington doesn't win, just for kicks and giggles for this pick. The Cowboys and the Giants, who wins the NFC East if Washington was to lose, which they could. It's possible. It's Washington. They literally can do a lot of things. I'm gonna go with the Giants. The Giants are the most inconsistent good team I feel like I've ever seen. Like they're good sometimes, and then there are other times where they're absolutely awful. And then there's other times where they're a little bit okay, and then there's other times where they don't know where they are. And then there's sometimes they come out and they play rugby, I think, and forget about football. But I don't know, man. I hope the Giants win. I want to see the Giants win this division. Ironically enough, I would rather see the Giants or the Washington football team win this division. But I don't know, man. I don't want the Washington football team to win this division because I don't want to hear Casey next week. I really don't.
I told you. I told you. They were the only team of the least.
I mean, Casey called it though. He said that they're going to go to the Super Bowl.
Brandon, I will tell you this. The reason why the Giants beat the Seahawks is that the Giants' D is very good. Seahawks defense is ascending, and the Seahawks offense is falling off a cliff. But that's what they didn't need to have Colt McCoy do a lot in that game. And
they still
they caused havoc for him.
Right, and even with the Seahawks, they still got a chance at number 1 seed in the NFC. That's the ridiculous part to me.
Yes.
They still got a chance,
yes,
and they don't even look that good. Like, I don't trust any of the number 1 seed contenders over there in the NFC. None of them. But anyway,
wait, is Green Bay contender for number 1 seed?
They are. I don't trust them either. Do you see what kind of egg they laid against the Vikings?
Mm-hmm.
This is true, but the thing is, what matters is once you get into the dance, Lambeau is scary to play this time of year. No, whoever has to travel
the frozen tundra.
The Saints ain't winning there. The only team that could contest there would be Seattle. But other than that, any of the other NFC teams cannot play there. I
mean, they always find a way to choke it away, though. Like somehow, some way. I mean, you can blame it on the defense all you want to, but if the wide receiver's not catching the ball and the defense not doing their job is Lamar Jackson's fault, then I'm gonna blame Aaron Rodgers for the defense not playing well. But anyway, Giants win this game. I think the Giants win this game. Washington loses. Giants win the NFC East. Sorry, Brandon, but I can't have Casey be right. Casey, go ahead and
well, I mean, Washington's winning the NFC East. It's just period.
So I guess we're kind of technically picking these games at the same time here.
Washington is going all the way.
So Washington is going to win. Thus, this game means nothing.
Cool. Exactly. Yeah. So why are we talking about it?
I mean, because if they win this game, then everybody's going to the strip club afterwards. Come on now.
On Dwayne Haskins, what?
I'm not going to the strip club again. We already had that.
Real quick, Adam, what are your thoughts on the NFC East? We'll just go with it at the same time, I guess. Let's see. How do you feel about who wins this game? Well, I guess technically who wins this game and the Washington Philly game, because if Washington wins, of course, this game is irrelevant.
Yeah, and the thing is, I almost put like Philly and Washington and the Giants are mirror image of each other. Washington's defense being a little bit better, but I'm just saying like they both teams do have a chance. Whether it's the Giants or Washington that comes out of that division. They're James Ellsworth in the playoffs. Hey, you got 2 fists. You got a chance. Their defense is good enough to win you a game. And I give a slight edge. To the Giants with Colt McCoy. Great. Colt McCoy ain't gonna wow you, but he's that word I always use, professional enough that he's not gonna make a lot of mistakes. Again, if Alex Smith was playing, I would give them the edge. But again, that's up in the air right now. But given the matchup, given the circumstance, I probably would have to go with the G-men.
All right. Reluctantly, Justin.
Justin, I hate you. You got to throw the marionette of Daniel Jones.
Danny Doves. I'm becoming a believer in them Giants. DJ made me a believer. You made me a believer.
Took you a while to come over.
It did take me a while, but I'm over here now. So
then I saw
the Giants are going to win, and I'm hoping that Philly ends up beating the Washington football team. I really hope so, because I want to see the Giants make a run in the playoff. I want to see it.
Okay. Adam, you're the absolute worst.
Casey, when he sees the Washington team lose.
Adam, you are the absolute worst, by the way. But anyway,
you said it, and I had to put it in there. You said
Adam, how are you feeling about the Dolphins versus the Bills? We'll go up to some of the more irrelevant games here in a little bit.
See, and again, this one's going to be tough because the Bills have nothing to play for. They already got their spot cemented in the playoffs. It's like do they get these guys? Do they ride the high of how well Josh Allen is playing, or do they sit those guys? And who knows how that what Miami is gonna. I hate y'all. Screw the Giants.
I mean, Casey's
This man would agree with you. This man here. Look, I'll be Casey. There. But, no. So I mean, part of me, wants to go with the Bills, even despite if they lay off a little bit or give Allen a pitch count per se. But again, but with the way that Miami came back in that Raiders game, screw you, John Gruden. Like they're walking in this game with a boatload of confidence. And that's why, again, just play Fitzpatrick. So yeah, again, this is literally a coin flip. But I almost, even though I want to save it for I have to save it for one of the irrelevant games. Like I almost want to put the ref category just because this is, I don't know what's going to happen. But put a gun to my head. I'm going to go with the Bills.
A double disqualification.
Justin, I mean, I already know who Justin's going with, but go ahead.
I mean, I can't say how Casey says it because, copyright, and I don't want to pay him money. But Fins wins. Fins win. There we go.
Okay.
The Fins are winning. I mean, I need them to make the playoffs. I want to see.
Put a patent. Casey needs to put a copyright infringement on one particular slip up he had a few weeks ago, which I will not repeat on here. But he's got the collective one-liners, Sammy, Rammy Hammies and the Finn get the wins.
Rammy Hammies.
Minnesota. Casey.
This one tough.
Will you pick the Dolphins if it keeps you out of the playoffs? That's my real question for you.
So wait, what? Hold on. I'm trying. So if the Dolphins lose, are they in or are they out?
Kobe. I think if they win, they are in.
Yep. If they lose, then the Colts jump up. I'm pretty sure if they lose.
Okay. Are the Bills in?
The Bills are already in.
Yeah,
they won the division.
Yeah, Bills are number 3 in the seeding.
Oh well, then the Bills can lose, and it's not a huge. Okay.
It doesn't matter. Yes.
Okay. The Finns get the wins in that. Let's be honest. I really don't think, even if the Colts make it in, I don't think we're making it all the way. I really don't. I'm going to be honest. I would like us to, but I don't know.
They are the 7 seed when in their in scenario at the moment.
No, the Ravens are in. They are in the toilet because they go where Lamar goes.
They're in the toilet.
Hey, I'll take the win. I'll take the win. However, we got to get it. But anyway,
so they got the COVID runs.
Goodness.
I hate you.
Interesting. Let's go to some of the more irrelevant games. Jets, Patriots. I think the Patriots win this game, even though the Jets are terrible. But does anybody want to pick the Jets? Did the Jets finally kind of go back to losing?
The Jets can go to hell.
They already screwed up their number one draft.
Just end the season.
I mean, Adam wishes they would have just. Adam wishes they would have just ended the season before they played the Browns. But anyway, moving forward, Vikings and Lions.
Both these teams can go to hell. I'm picking the Reds. I refuse to pick this game. I refuse to pick this fucking game.
No, my Kings of the pool.
Collective refs pick.
What game is this again?
The Vikings.
Yes,
and
I picked Pop.
I picked the Minnesotas.
All right, I'm picking Minnesota too. As terrible as they are.
Casey has a big soda, so he's not going with the Minnesotas.
Oh,
I can go.
The Seahawks and the 49ers. I'm picking the Seahawks. I don't know if that puts him in the number one seed or not. Whatchamacallit? Brandon put it up here somewhere. So the Packers have to lose, which I don't know who the heck they're playing. They're playing the Bears, which is possible. The Bears look hot. The Bears never beat the Packers, though, so that's kind of an issue. They're all playing in Chicago. I'm still gonna go with the Seahawks here. I don't think they're good. I don't think they're great, but I think they can beat the Niners. So I'll go with the Seahawks on that one. But anybody want to go with the Niners? Anybody thinks the Niners and their backup squad going to do anything? Okay, Casey's going with the Niners. Justin's not. Okay, Casey's on the outside looking in on that one. And of course, Brandon updating us on the AFC picture here, just to remind Adam that the Browns lost to the Jets. But anyway, the Cardinals. The Cardinals and the Rams.
Colts or Titans face you again. You're getting your asses kicked.
I don't know about that, but we'll see. We'll cross that bridge when it comes there. The Cardinals and the Rams. Maybe we'll see the Browns again. That's what I want. Let's see.
Maybe
45-42 again. Let's do it.
Maybe it's the Chiefs again.
I told you I want that smoke. I want that smoke.
No, you don't want it. You don't want it in the playoffs.
Yeah, per that step, it would be the AFC Championship game.
That's what I want.
If it got to that point.
Anyway, that's what I want.
That's what I want.
That's exactly what I want. I want all that smoke. Because the Street Profits are – oh, sorry. Cardinals and the Rams.
If we see that game –
DJ Montez, I'll be Dawkins.
The Cardinals and the Rams is also a good game. I think if I'm I could be lying here, possibly, but the Rams could miss the playoffs if they lose this game, which is crazy because they were literally leading the division 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, which is wild. Honestly, I don't believe in either one of these teams. To be honest with you, I think the Cardinals are maybe a year or so, maybe 2 years away from getting to where they want to be in terms of playoffs and success in the playoffs.
Did you say the Cardinals are 2 years or the?
Yeah, the Cardinals
are
2 years away from that to me. For me, and getting Brandon's pick in here, for me, I'm gonna go with the Rams. I guess I don't know. I don't trust either one of them. To be honest with you, I really don't. And Kyler's limping this week, so that might not be good. If Kyler's limping and he can't move like he wants to, that could be an issue. He took a pretty hard hit and did something to his leg. Not sure what it was, but I'm going with the Rams.
Well,
Justin.
Well, DJ, before you put your final stamp on that, Jared Goff is not playing.
Oh, heck no. They're definitely not winning. Cardinals win this game. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Jared Goff is not playing. He's got a broken friggin' this man. Tell me how this man had a broken thumb, popped it back in like it's a dislocation, and just played. Like what? Huh? But anyway.
The adrenaline.
I guess. Yeah, Cardinals win this game. Does anybody believe in the Rams without Jared Goff? I guess that should be a new question. Funny part is people don't even believe in Jared Goff.
Nobody knew who their backup was. Now you do.
Is it Haskins? Oh, sorry. but
Haskins.
Okay, so that makes that easy. The Titans and the Texans.
Ooh.
This is a tough one because I think the Titans are good, but I think they're kind of iffy at the same time. They're good, but they're iffy. Like we talked about it last week. The game against the Packers was a prove it game. Are you a real contender or not? And it doesn't really matter if you win that game. If you can keep up with them, if you can score with them, if you can stop them a little bit and the score be close, you're a contender to me. You're not a contender to me if you can't play with the Packers. I just don't think – I mean, I don't even think the Packers are true contenders. But at the same time, they're a top-tier team right now, so you have to be able to play with them. So, Titans are going to lose to the Texans, and they're going to open it up for the Colts. I think. I don't know. It's tough. The Titans are going. No, they're going to win this game. It's just tough. It's a toss up because the Texans are good enough to beat a lot of teams. They're not a 4-11 team legitimately. They're much better than that. But at the same time, I don't know. The Titans are going to win this, but I think regardless, Derrick Henry goes for 2,000 yards. He deserves it, and I'm gonna make a very it could be a potential hot take or whatever you want to say. Derrick Henry should be MVP this year. That's just my opinion. Number one, he's their entire offense. We saw when Derrick Henry doesn't go, they don't go. Ryan Tannehill can't do it by himself. He's not as athletic as some of the other quarterbacks that can make plays out of nothing. He's athletic. Don't get me wrong. He's just not like top tier athletic, even though he ran past everybody for a QB keeper. But Derrick Henry should be MVP because the last person to run for 2,000 yards also became MVP. And like they do not
AP.
Yeah, AP, and they do not give running backs consideration. And there's not but so many that ran for 2,000 yards. Give this man his due. He's back-to-back rushing leader, and you know from the start. It doesn't matter if you don't even know football. You know from the start, if the Titans are on your screen, the big man in the backfield is getting the friggin' football. You know it, and you still can't stop it. That's the crazy part. Like you know it. He's last year's rushing leader, and still is going to probably pass 2,000 yards this year. That's MVP to me.
Unless he plays the Browns.
Did he not go for over 100 against y'all? I know the Colts stopped him twice.
We held him to 65 yards.
Okay, because I couldn't remember, but I know the Colts had held him under 100 too, and that was because at that point that was like the only team that had done it, and they did it both times. But nonetheless, I'm gonna go with the Titans reluctantly, but it's a toss up. It literally could go either way for me. And with that being said, that would keep the Colts out of the playoffs just because they have to win the division to do it. But I don't know. It's a tough matchup. Casey, Titans or Texans? Will the Texans fumble at the freaking 1 yard line and give the Titans the division?
No, they won't. No, they won't. Because the Colts are taking the division. It's the Colts division.
Okay. Did you even say the Colts would win earlier? I'm pretty sure you didn't even say the Colts would win earlier.
No, I said I didn't think they'd make it all the way.
But you said you didn't. You said that the Dolphins would be in, thus meaning the Colts would have to lose, so the Titans could get the division. Thus, the Titans would be in.
I thought I heard that.
I said if we got in, we wouldn't make it all the way.
Oh, misunderstanding. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
My fault. My fault. That's on me, Casey. That's on me. I thought you meant that the Titans would win the division. The Colts would sit at home.
Ravens fans just don't pay attention.
I thought you were the tech guy.
I'm not the statistics guy. Just the guy. Justin is the stats guy. Okay.
No, I'm the scheme guy.
Yeah, he's the scheme.
Exactly. Stats. Exactly. Stats. You got to keep it with the stats to build a scheme. But anyway, so I think Casey went not Titans, Texans. There's too many teams in particular.
I went for the T team.
Okay.
Oh.
So a tie. You're going for the tie. All right, got it. Boom. Boom. Adam, Texans or Titans?
What are we gonna do when the season's over?
Cry.
Adam, your turn.
Adam, you want to go with the Texans or the Titans, brother?
And I just because I want the Colts to get in, I'm going to say the Texans. Did anybody actually? I think somebody shared in the room. Did anybody watch the J.J. Watt promo after the game last week?
It was incredible.
That was absolutely incredible. I think that's going to motivate them boys, and they're going to bring their A game to play spoiler for the Super Saints. So, give me the Texans.
Okay. Let's see. Casey, do you really want to pick the game, or you just
What game?
Justin, Texans or Titans?
I literally told you not to.
He said the Texans.
Oh, did he really?
Yeah, he said Texans. Man,
Well-
Ravens
well-
fans, they don't listen.
Well, then if I skipped you, you'd be like, you skipped me. So what the heck do you want me to do?
I want you to pay attention.
He's the teacher now. He's teaching you that.
All right,
He's
Matt
teaching you
Stryker.
that.
Appreciate you, Matt Stryker. Justin.
Gotta have your
would-
face on your underwear.
What do you do?
I would like to see the Texans win here, but no, I'm gonna have to go King Henry and the Titans here.
So this isn't the week that he's
Yeah, this isn't that week, right?
This ain't the year, man. This ain't the year.
Yes, but Tennessee is incredibly flawed. Their defense has fallen off a cliff from last year, and they cannot chase games. Granted, even with Henry and all those stud receivers, you get some type of lead on them, they cannot chase games.
All right, good point. Raiders, Broncos, Raiders, I guess. Unfortunately, I am never picking the Raiders again. I guess I guess I'll reluctantly go with the Raiders, but I think Drew Lock, my guy, is gonna throw for 4,000 yards and one. No, Raiders win this game. I guess. They're so frustrating. I swear they're so frustrating. Oh, they should have played Mariota. Justin.
What game is this?
The Raiders and the Broncos. They played Derek Carr with a torn groin.
I'll go with the Broncos here.
With a torn PP.
Torn.
Adam.
I mean, at least it isn't him having a ball out.
Oh goodness, Adam. Adam, do you want to go with the Raiders or the Broncos? I know you never will pick the Broncos probably ever, so it's probably good. But then again, the Raiders just
No, I won't. But I tell you what. But I'll tell you. No, this is true. But the thing is, I may start picking them next year because I believe that
You believe that you will win.
Darnold could be a Denver Bronco. That would be an ideal spot for him because he has all those weapons in line already. So, and then Drew Lock's going to go to the Jets. No. Yes, I'm going to pick the haterade because I have mass amounts of haterade for Gruden and company. But yes, I've already done my I refuse to pick this game from earlier. But yeah, go with the Raiders. You should have started Mariota.
Justin?
I already picked it. I said.
I just want to make sure. Because if I skip you, Casey will get on me. Casey.
Well, if you pay attention, like a good host does.
Bruh, I tuned in when you were hosting the show. You cannot talk.
I did an excellent job.
You did horrible. You're the worst.
You're the worst host ever.
You're the worst. But
Just
next
call
week
Michael
we'll be
Carter.
hosting the show, just so you know.
What? I will bring Michael Tarver on and we will host the show.
The only time
You put some respect on his name.
The only time I'm going to be a Colts fan if they bring back Peyton Manning. If he comes out of retirement.
And then if they do that, you'll be like, I don't know if I'm going to pick up this week. Why are we even talking about the Colts at this point?
I don't know. I wanted to bring that up. That was random.
I'm going with Raiderade.
You just turned Justin into a housewife. I don't know if I'm going to pick him.
Because our car's broken down, but at least he didn't tear his taint.
I mean, it's better than Lamar Jackson having a blowout, though.
Hey, at least Lamar won the game. Raiders, terrible.
I mean, like I said, if a Browns player ever had that, you couldn't tell because they got brown jerseys on.
Wait, what?
What? What about the pants? It's about the pants, Justin.
But maybe they might wear the brown pants. Don't they have a pair of that they wear on Thursday night?
Y'all have a bloody asshole urine stained jersey with them red, white, and gold trims on y'all's shit. Bloody ass kingdom.
Okay, I get you on that. That's a good one. You got me good.
Got it, chefs.
Chef's kingdom. Casey, I don't think you got a chance to finish your pick before all of that.
I'm Raiderade.
Raiderade. Okay. The Saints and the Panthers. Does anybody think the Panthers will win this football game?
Yes.
Okay, because the Aints are there. Okay.
I mean, does this game matter?
Yes. The Saints are playing for the number 1 seed.
The Taints are the Taints.
So the Panthers will upset the Saints.
Yes.
Okay. Go Panthers.
Wow.
Speaking of the number 1 seed, Packers and the Bears. Bears.
The frauds.
Bears. But see, the Bears are the frauds when Nick Foles is in the game. But when my boy Mitchell is in that game, the Bears are my third favorite team.
Okay.
I trust the Bears more than
your third
Justin
favorite team.
Yes, I trust the Bears more than Justin trusts the Colts because Justin's a weird Colts fan half the time, most of the time, a little bit of time, but twins the time,
He's a Colts fan one game every season.
You're not wrong about that, Casey. You're not wrong.
And it's never the same game, so it's just random.
And sometimes it's a preseason game.
Exactly.
Sometimes it's the bye week. We keep trying to tell him it's the bye week and they're not playing, but he picks them anyway. It's weird.
Question: how did the Bears make the playoffs here? How did they make it? So don't they have to beat Green Bay? Right?
First off, they got to win.
Okay.
And that's about all I
They
know.
need the Cards to lose.
Which there's some bumps, so they can do that. Yeah, there we go. So the Cardinals could lose. So can I go back to my Cardinals pick and pick the Rams, so the Bears can get in?
Yeah. I'm gonna go back and pick the Rams actually, because my friend, I work out at the gym.
We got to go behind this division, between this division, upside down in this division.
He's a big Bears fan. And he goes like, yeah, do that. My Bears are gonna make it to the playoffs. We got a chance. We're gonna go.
So now Justin's a Bears fan.
No, I think my friend's funny. I like to see the Bears make it.
This man. I swear he a fan of every team, bro. This man is a fan of every team. He cannot lose. He literally cannot lose. He cannot. This is foolproof. I don't know why we all don't do this. We all should just be.
Listen. Look, if the Packers don't win, I'm picking the Bears. Okay.
That's a Casey. That's Paul and Casey right there.
Impeccable logic. But does anybody else want to go on the Bears train with me?
Bears train.
Justin's going with the Bears.
I'm go Pack go. Bears are still frauds. They have played cupcake teams.
Well, they about to turn the Packers into a cupcake, baby. A cheesecake cupcake. Let's go.
The game's
But I like cheesecake. I like cheesecake.
That 1 week when I was picking the Bears, like nobody else picked the Bears, and you go like, "It's just all right." Like, what's wrong with it? And that they've been going on. They've been going on wins here. They begin the wins.
So Justin.
Yeah, but we still ask you if you're okay, even if you don't pick them.
Yeah, we got to check on Justin.
Is Justin okay? Is Justin okay? Is he still in Narnia?
I forgot my clothes. Okay, I forgot the clothes. I think.
Anyway,
to the show, he is fully clothed. I just want you to know he's fully clothed.
No need to turn the show off now. But anyway, definitely hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with, of course, playoff predictions.
Where's my pants?
Oh my goodness!
I had to do it.
Can I kick him out? Unfortunately, he can just join back in if I kick him out. But anyway, definitely hope you guys
I'm back
enjoyed.
with pants.
Definitely hope you guys enjoyed.
He's gonna do it. This motherfucker. He's gonna do it. He's gonna do it.
Where's that from? Hi, Carly?
I don't know.
I feel like Gibby said that. I feel like that was something Gibby would say. That's who Justin is. Justin is the Gibby of real life. He's Gibby. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh god.
What Justin thinking about?
Oh my goodness. Are you guys ready to move forward here?
Yeah.
And end the show?
Yeah.
All right.
We already went through all the picks? What?
We did them all. But definitely hope you guys definitely hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to listen to us, we don't just laugh, I promise. If you want to listen to us, of course, Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, etc. Google us, you can find it. We're Googleable. You want to watch us besides on Facebook? Because you're like, I ain't got no Facebook. Well, if you ain't got Facebook, go to YouTube. Go to YouTube and watch us. See our faces. See Justin.
What's Justin thinking about?
But anyway,
I'm just kidding.
before this man does anything else crazy, we will see you guys on whatever the next video may be. Until next time. Oh, these people.